let me show you how to embed your Google Maps on a WordPress website. So follow me to my desktop right now. Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to Jotform. On this video, I'm going to show you how to add Google Maps on your WordPress website. So we're going to create it with the Jotform widget and we're going to embed it on a WordPress website. Now this widget is free and you can start using it right now. Plus there's several more widgets available that you can use from Jotform. So take full advantage of these widgets. Now let's get started. This is the Google Maps widget for your website, and we can get started by adding the API key. Now be aware that we're currently viewing a Google Map with demo information. You need your real API key for this to work. Now if you add a random key, that will not work. You need a real key from Google. You'll find how to do this over here. Click here and you'll get more information. But to actually get the API key, click on this link right here. This will take you to the API section of Google. Now, if you're not logged in, you will need to log in. And what we need is a Google Maps. So go ahead and search up here for Maps and get the API service for Google Maps platform. You can grab a demo key for testing purposes, and I would recommend that for getting this set up first and then create a real one. A demo key would look something like this. So you'll get a demo key like this one. We'll add this to our Google Maps API key here, and we can now use it. So right now it's demo data because it's a demo key, but go ahead and add your real key right here. Then we have the show header. So these are the options for setting up the Google Maps widget. So if I turn this off, we remove the complete header from the top of the Google Maps. Now this could be useful depending on where you're going to place this on your WordPress website. Now I'm going to leave this on just for testing purposes, and we can change the header text. So find us on the map. So we can say, look at our map just for testing purposes, and we can change the header description too. I'll leave it as it is, but it's super easy to change all of this. Then we have the map type. Right now it's set to roadmap, and we can view the roadmap here. Set to satellite if you want a clear view with satellite vision. You can see it's updated now. We can go ahead and zoom on this, but it's using satellite vision. We can change this to terrain and even hybrid. So depending on your use case and what you want to display on Google Maps, go ahead and select the correct type that you want to use. I'm going to select hybrid just for testing purposes. Then we have the map mode. We have multiple locations and single location. Currently, we are viewing 2 locations. So if you have multiple locations, then go ahead and use multiple locations. If it's just one location, use a single location, and it even changes the view because we don't have the selector for the multiple locations. So I'm going to leave it as single location for this purpose, and then we can add our locations right here. So for example, so we currently have 2 locations. We can edit these as needed. You can search for the address and you can select what to display on that address. For example, if you don't want to display the phone number, the email, the website, then you can go ahead and turn these off or on depending on your needs, and select the category from here. Once you're good to go, save the location and it's going to update on the live map. Then we're going to continue. Now we have the style settings. So in this case, it's set to style light. We can change it to dark in case your website is using dark mode, or custom. You can go ahead and change it from here. And you got all the available settings to change the background colors, the location card header, primary text, secondary text, and everything will be customized right here. Let's leave it in light mode. Next, we have the corner radius. So currently it's set to rounded. We can change this to circular. You can see how the corners just change, or square if you want a complete square. I like rounded, but you decide what you want to use. Then we have the Jotform branding. You can turn this off or on depending on your needs. And if you want to use fonts, that is available here to change it. Then we have the custom CSS to make a full complete change of the style and look of the actual widget. So it gives you freedom of customization with custom CSS. So it's really practical if you know how to use CSS. Let's go ahead and continue. Then we have the map height. So in this case, depending on where you're going to use this, go ahead and set the map height to whatever fits best your needs. Then we have the zoom level. So it's currently zoomed in. We can zoom out. If you want to display more detail, that is possible too. Directions buttons, you can set that on or off. If we turn this on, it's set to directions buttons. Now, for example, if you are navigating on this page and you open up the Google Maps widget on your phone, you'll have the option to use directions. So you might want to turn this on or off depending on your needs. We also have the show rating in case you have ratings on your Google Maps. Devices to display on. So if you want to display this only on desktop or the mobile phone, so it's going to be removed on the mobile phone in this case, or all devices. So it's displayed on both type of devices. Now let's go ahead and try this on our website. Right now, I'm going to log in to grab my code. And here we go. Now I have my embed widget. Let's go ahead and copy this right now and go into our WordPress website. This is my demo WordPress website, and there's several methods to add your Google Maps widget here. Now in this case, I'm going to add it into a page, specifically the contact page. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's go into pages. I am going to create a new page just for testing purposes. Here we go. I am going to select a random template. I am going to say contact with Google Maps. All right, here we go. And I'm going to add that widget right about here. So I'm going to add the widget right about here. I am going to hit enter right here, and I'm going to add a new type of block. Here we go. And I'm going to add my Google Maps right about here, and then I'm going to place it somewhere else. So I'm going to click on this plus sign block, and I'm going to use custom HTML, edit HTML, and I'm going to paste my code that I just copied on the Google Maps widget. And here we go. We are getting a preview display. Let's go ahead and update this. Here we go, and I'm going to place it in a different section of the website. So I'm going to bring it up here, and I want it right about here. Okay, so let's go ahead and preview this right now. Let's go into view mode. Let's view it in a new tab, and we should see our new Google Maps widget displayed right now. Let's scroll down here, and it's right here. So it's super easy and practical to add your Google Maps widget on your WordPress website. You decide what pages or what posts you want to display Google Maps. Just go ahead and copy paste your code that you just grabbed on Google Maps. So I hope you like this video. Please let me know here in the comments what you think about the available options for the Google Maps widget and what you would like to see in the future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification to get notified when new videos come out. And that's a wrap.